Now away from health to environment, infraction in the building and environmental laws has been responsible for the distortion in the aesthetics of the environment. In this report, correspondent Adekola Astrop takes a look at infringement of physical planning and environmental law and the need for government to enforce its regulations. Kola's report. As the bustling economic and commercial hub of Nigeria, Lagos State experiences rapid urbanization and population growth. With the increasing demand on housing and commercial spaces, the Lagos State government continues to institute several initiatives and reforms to ensure proper urban planning and safety regulations, which enhances the state's global rating on the scale of ease of doing business. Although there are agencies responsible for evaluating construction proposals, ensuring projects meet the required standards, scrutinizing plans and specifications which are aimed at mitigating potential risks to public safety, cases of building collapse and flooding caused by disobedience of laws and regulations are on the increase.
Number one, when you're buying a land, your lawyers are supposed to have done a search to make sure that you are getting the right land, that the land is not under revocation or is not on a canal or is not by the setback of a canal, because there are master plans. All this is in place.
We know that we need to do this right. The approval process states that you submit these particular documents and pay the necessary assessment fees. After payment, they go to site and they register and they process. After the approvals, we are expected to proceed to LAPCA for authorization to construct. And subsequently, LAPCA supervises this the state of habitation.
Lagos State Building Control is not going to take an exception for anybody. If you must buy land, go and do the due diligence. Go and do the search. Get the right professionals, lawyers, to look at it and give you the right information. And as from henceforth, any property built without building plan approval, without CFO will go. I'm going to enforce it.
Some residents emphasize the need for effective synergy between relevant stakeholders and the need for awareness campaigns that will specify what and where to obtain various building permits.
If you want to get a land, not talk of to building, you have to follow the due process. When you collect the approval from the federal government or the state government, whatever government, I don't think they can come to demolish your house.
If you want to build your house, go to town planning, make a request on your land. They will say so land, you can buy it, you cannot buy before you commence your building and everything.
While advocating for more seamless and public-friendly process of obtaining planning and building permits, experts say it is mandatory for residents to obtain planning permits and other building documentation before embarking on construction and engage professionals to rid the state of quackery in the built sector.
There's another dimension to contravention. If you have approval, the law says if you didn't build within 2 years, you didn't erect anything, you're supposed to go back to the approving authority. In Lagos, it is LASPA, and seek for revalidation. Now, after getting planning permit, you're supposed to notify the agency in charge of building control. Have a permit, I'm starting my construction so date. So if they are not aware, you can't have what we call stage certification. That's why the entire system needs to be understood. And we told people, let professional advise you. Some advice are almost given free, so that you don't go and fall in the category of people that later government will pull down your structure.
Checking the planning regulation to make sure that, yes, what you want conforms with the planning regulation, conforms with the Development Control Act, because it clearly stated in terms of density, in terms of zoning, and in terms of the master plan for the area, in terms of the environmental impact in that particular area.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, through its zero-tolerance policy against building collapse, noted that the law will take its course against any official found capable of sabotaging the government's efforts in tackling the menace of building collapse, even as serious punitive measures will be meted to developers who were found wanting with regard to deviating from the stipulations of the approved building designs.